People are talking about how China is beating the US in AI, and this is largely driven by Deepseek's new model, R1, that performs comparably to OpenAI, but is actually significantly cheaper. But that's not the end of the story. Bytedance, TikTok's parent company, just released a new model called Doubao 1.5 Pro. And this model is in fact 5 times cheaper than even Deepseek. On top of that, Deepseek recently just released Janus Pro, which is a multimodal model. I'm Diana, and I break down tech startups and AI without the hype. And rather than buying into the hype, I'd rather share information that I think is pertinent to choosing which model you should be using. I want to start with 2 points that I think a lot of people don't know about. First of all, these new models out of China are often open models. That means they come with technical papers that explain how you can replicate the results, and they also come with model code and model weights. However, it is important to note that open models are not necessarily fully open source. Fully open source models provide training data along with their models, and training data does not come alongside these open models that have just come out of Deepseek. Second, models that come out of China are subject to government benchmarks. This dictates how they prefer a model would behave or respond to certain questions. Some people might use the word censoring, but a lot of these LLMs actually have safety guardrails. So it becomes a question of whether or not you're okay with the guardrails that the Chinese benchmarks enforce. When you use these models, you should be always aware of their terms of use and how they're going to use your data. But my really big takeaway here is rather than worrying about who is winning or losing, there are some really impactful lessons here on how we can train models more efficiently. And this definitely challenges the assumption that we have that only large companies can compete in the LLM space. The question should really be, how can we more efficiently use the resources that we have to drive even faster innovation?